I like the name Corliss, too.
Come on outside with me, Earhart, and I'll show you that victory garden I was telling you about in the car. I only spent $27 for seeds this year.
Oh, Mother, I like him. He's so good looking. He has eyes like Tyrone Power.
Oh, has he?
Honestly, Mother, it's a crime to offer leftovers to a man like that.
Oh, I think he'll survive. It's better than coffee and sandwiches at the USO.
Is that where he was going?
Uh-huh.
Just the USO? Doesn't he have a girl?
I don't know.
Oh, I wish I'd known. I look like nothing human in these horrible old slacks.
Oh, Corliss, don't be silly.
Well, look at them. They don't have any shape left.
Well, if you'd occasionally hang up your slacks instead of flinging them in the closet the way you always do, they might have a little shape.
Mother, did you tell him how old I am yet?
No.
Daddy tell him?
No, but he can see that for himself, can't he?
Oh, Mother, you know I look at least 2 years older. But as a rule, you and Daddy can never wait to tell people that I'm not 16 yet and still an infant.
An infant, Corliss, not an infant. Darling, I wish you wouldn't always run your words together like that.
Does he have to know?
What difference does it make if he does know?
Oh, Mother, knowing a girl's right age affects a man's entire physiology.
You mean psychology, don't you, dear?
All right, but it makes all the difference in the world. The way a man treats you, the way he even looks at you. Once in a while, I'd like to be at least looked at as if I weren't an infant.
Oh, darling, I wish you weren't in such a frightful hurry to grow up. You have your whole life to do that in.
Mother, is Daddy going to serve cocktails before dinner?
Oh, I don't know. Probably. He generally does.
Well, listen, Mother, may I please have a...
No, you may not have a cocktail.
Mother, let me finish. I know I'm too young to have a cocktail, but could I at least ask Louise to pass me the tray? And then I could say I don't feel like one. Then he doesn't have to know that I'm too young to be offered one.
You're so silly, dear. If you can fix it with Louise, it's okay with me.
Oh, and Mom,
Yes?
you know that little bottle of perfume?
The answer is no.
But gosh, Mom, that's a very, very girlish smell. Honestly, it is.
Soap smells even more girlish.
Mrs. Archer, Where's your mother, Corliss? Out in the garden.
Oh, just for dinner at a moment's notice.
Did you see Louise? He's frightfully good looking.
Just an extra person to wash up for as far as I'm concerned.
I'll help you, Louise.
Uh-huh. I've heard of that before.
Louise, darling, would you like to do me an extra special favor?
Listen, young lady, I diapered you, and that tone of voice of yours has never meant anything but trouble.
People never let me finish anything in this house.
I used to do all the gardening back home, but you're a better man than I am.
It's a lot of work.
Oh, I suppose he's been telling you that he does it all. He just sits in a deck chair and tells us what to do. He's just an old show-off, but I rather like him.
Well, now you've hurt my feelings, and I shall retire to previously prepared positions.
Here, Daddy, catch.
They're grand, aren't they?
Huh?
Your parents.
Oh, yeah, they're swell.
I think it's swell of them to think of a perfect stranger.
Oh, I do too. I mean, I'm glad they brought you. Cigarette?
No, thank you. How about you? Do you smoke?
Oh my, yes, but I'm sort of tapering off for a little while. The doctor says it was affecting my sinuses.
I heard you have a brother in the service.
Oh, yes, he's in the Air Corps. He's a lieutenant.
How old is he?
Oh, Lenny, he's in his 20s. Just a few months older than I am.
How cute.
3 or 4, I forget.
I have a kid sister, just going on 14.
Oh my, they're cute at that age. I mean, all legs and elbows. We still have some faded old snapshots of me at that age, and I would scream.
You know, Corliss, this is what we miss most in the Army. Being invited to a home like this. They have dances and shows for us at the USO, and different canteens, but it's not the same. You know what I mean, Corliss?
I know what you mean, Jimmy. How do you spend your leaves?
Go to a library, go to a show.
Alone.
Mostly, sometimes with other fellas.
Don't you have a girl?
Not even back home.
Don't you like girls?
Dinner be ready in about 2 minutes. If you'd like to wash up, Earhart, I'll show you the way.
Thank you, sir.
He likes girls.
Mother, you've changed. That isn't fair. I'm going to call my blue.
Oh, don't be silly, dear. You look very nice. Besides, Louise is one of her moods. You don't have time to change.
Mother, do you know what Jimmy said?
Jimmy?
Yes, Private Earhart, that's his name.
Did he ask you to call him Jimmy?
Well, if he can call me Corliss, I see no reason that I can't call him by his first name. You do want him to feel at home, don't you? That's what he said he missed most of all.
And that is a perfect match.
Mother, do you know what that poor boy said? He doesn't know a single girl in town. Isn't that pathetic?
Yes, dear, I know your heart must just bleed for him, but no dates until you're 16, and that's fine.
My gosh, no dates, no cocktails, no rouge. I might as well be living in a monastery.
God help the monastery that takes you in.
There.
Dinner service, Sergeant.
Oh, thank you, Louise.
Go easy on the celery.
Come along, dear.
Well, I'll be damned if I'll pay for that.
1904. You're beating the pants off me, Corliss.
Oh, that's just because you're not used to the porch. It is kind of cluttered up.
It only makes the game more interesting.
When my brother Lenny gets home, I'm going to ask him to simplify things if he can. Lenny's quite a handyman. But Daddy's hopeless. He's all thumbs.
Is that so?
Oh, hello, Angel. Mother, there's quite a cross draft in here. Are you sure you wouldn't be too cold?
No, I'm just fine, thank you, dear.
Look at Daddy trying to balance his coffee cup. Are you sure you wouldn't be both more comfortable in the living room?
Not me.
Come on, Corliss.
You deal, Jimmy.
Corliss, we must remember that this is Saturday night, and Private Earhart may have made other plans for after dinner.
But Mother,
Yes, you don't have to be polite, Earhart. Don't feel obligated just because you shared our meatloaf and lamb chops.
We know how it is when you boys get a short pass.
Mother, I told you.
That's okay. I'm having such a swell time. Going to town, I want to reach around with nothing to do.
See?
Darling, you know, it is a little chilly out here. Would you mind terribly going up to my room and getting me a sweater or something?
I'll get it, Janet. They're in the middle of a game.
No, that's all right, Harry. You wouldn't know where to find it. You can't find your own things. Corliss, you wouldn't mind getting it for me, would you, dear?
Of course not, Mother. Which sweater would you like?
Oh, it doesn't really matter. Anyone.
Back in a minute, Jimmy.
Yeah, she plays a swell game.
Yes, we think she does for a youngster of 15.
Oh, come on. Give her a break. She is going on 60.
I have a kid sister about 18 months younger than Corliss.
Really?
Lipsticks, scarlet nails, permits, all the works.
Corliss's one ambition is to be taken for 19 and considered sophisticated.
I know. She's cute.
Whatever you do, don't let on that you know how old she is. We swore an oath of secrecy not to tell.
I'll treat her as she's all that she wants.
Hello? Who? What? My good woman, I cannot understand a word you're saying. What the? Hung up on me.
Who was that?
I have no idea. It sounded like a woman with a heavy Swedish accent and a hot potato in her mouth.
That was Mildred Pringle. Every time she calls up and I answer the phone, she gives me the same routine. She thinks I don't know who it is.
Is Corliss still seeing a lot of that girl?
No, not that I know of. I made it perfectly clear how we feel about it. They do phone each other now and then, but we can't very well help that.
Here I come! Corliss Sergeant Fireman's child.
Thank you.
Here, darling.
Corliss, have you been using my...
Quite a quick change artist, aren't you?
My child has been using my perfume.
I know, but don't embarrass her in front of the boy.
Oh, you know, I just felt so sticky in those awful slacks. I thought I might as well change when I was up there.
Corliss! Corliss!
Ready?
Corliss!
I think you're being paid.
Sounds like Dexter's mating call.
Hi. Hello, Mr. Archer. Hello, Miss Archer.
Hello, Dexter.
Who's he?
Corliss, do introduce Dexter to Private Earhart.
Dexter, this is Jimmy. Dexter lives next door.
Glad to know you, Dexter.
Hi.
Honestly, Dexter, you look like something out of Tobacco Road.
Why aren't you dressed? You know you can't go to movies that look like that.
I'm very sorry, Dexter, but I won't